Okay, class. I haven't done this with you, I think, since the welcome video, something like that. Anyway, I felt like maybe this was a more friendly and personal way to convey what I'm trying to say rather than another announcement, because I don't know if you noticed, but I've been sending them out like, I don't know, I don't really mean to do that, but there's like, it's just the way the class is, which I keep saying, but some of you still are not getting it. It's rapid, okay? So a couple things. First, my apologies for your coronavirus in California, um, whatever, the text and graphic information. I don't want to open anyone's assignment. I hope that's the right one. And I don't want it to be, you may have to quit. Oh, geez. Sorry. Okay, this one. Oh, that's not it. Oh, man. Anyway, um, I've been making lots of comments because I want that to be used for the final assignment, this one, right? And I like on a time thing, again, I hate to always be mentioning that, but it's just true. I even drank coffee today just so I could grade because I'm so tired of grading. It's nonstop. I'm sure that you understand that feeling because you're probably so tired of having to do more stuff for class, okay? So I'm not like gentle, like, oh, this is a great job. And then like saying, this is what you need to do to fix it. I'm just saying, this is what you need to do to fix it. Cause I don't have all afternoon to spend. Everything's all blowing up right now. Sorry, my phone is beeping. My kids are off to see the snow and I have just a little bit to convey this to you in video where the house isn't like crazy with children screaming and running. So apologies, not gentle feedback, just like to the point feedback. Perhaps with just a little bit of flavor of frustration for those of you who, even after I've mentioned it over and over and over again, please read the instructions. Take the time to slow down and read the instructions, okay? If you registered for this class in the 15-week semester, we got a whole week to go over each one of these modules. But here we have 2 days. So I don't have time to go back and regrade your second and third attempts at things. I thought I made that clear from the beginning, but apparently not. So please, that's how it is. Couple things specifically about this assignment. Choose one comorbidity, just one. Some of you have 2 that you try to discuss. Some even have like 3 that you mention. You can't do that in this assignment. It's supposed to be a fact sheet, like something you'd put up like on a utility pole or a stoplight or like at the neighborhood grocery store, because the point is you are trying to educate a community about an issue that really is of concern for their very lives and their health. First, you're talking to citizens in a community where there is a high risk factor for terrible COVID-19 cases, right? So they have a comorbidity that increases their likelihood of having a severe case of COVID-19 or even death from COVID-19. So it's one comorbidity, okay? Choose one. And then you want to say a little bit about, in the introduction, about that comorbidity and why it's so important for these people to know about that. Then you also want to introduce the idea that it increases people's likelihood to have a severe or fatal case of COVID-19, right? And then you want to talk about, like in the bullet points, the case rate, which is per 100,000 citizens, so it's a decent comparison thing. If it just had the number of cases, that doesn't compare well to Vernon, which has like, I don't know, it's like 70 people in their population, as like to Compton, which has thousands, right? So it's case rate per 100. And then the other points, yeah, so you did the point of the fact sheet, one comorbidity. You got to make it simple because the point of the assignment is it's a fact sheet that just educates the population. And then some things that they can do to prevent whatever the issues are with the comorbidity. How can they, keep their rates of asthma low or diabetes low? And also COVID-19, which is kind of the standard CDC recommendations. That reminds me too, I don't want to forget, references. Guys, this is a college class. You don't look up one source and think that you know anything. That's just not how it works. That's not research. You need at least 3 references, and you need to have them an in-text citation. So in parentheses, usually it's author and year. I keep posting this. Sorry. Oh, geez. How to cite in your paper and list your sources as references. So because this is a college class, if I put this in a comment once, I expect that the next time you fix that. Now I know that sometimes the timing is an issue where you've already submitted another assignment and you didn't even see this because I didn't have it ready yet, and I understand that. But certainly for the stuff that's like 3 days later, you need to have incorporated the comments. So that's another thing. If I make a comment about something like, please read the directions carefully in one of your assignments, and then you keep doing that, not just in subsequent assignments, but like entire weeks later, like I'm just a little run out of patience for that. Sorry, I might not be so gentle about that at this point in the semester. Oh yeah, and then another thing too, you know, I have these, well, I have to go back to here, but those little short videos. Oh, also make sure to look at rubrics. You know, look at the rubrics that I use to grade your stuff before you submit it. So you're not wondering like, how come I didn't get points for this? Like it says it right there. You get a 0 because you didn't do that thing that is required and is right in the rubric. So another thing too, I know, like I said, these were made in the fall, so it's going to be a little bit weird because we talk about stuff like the election and things like that, which is not relevant. But the content, the module content is all relevant. These are no longer than 15 minutes. And for many of you, it's so clear that you have not looked at the instructions for the assignment very clearly, not used the resources that I have provided for you, and you're not even like reading my announcements and stuff. And like, you know, I can't do that much more hand holding. There's not that much time available. So, you know, if you're running into problems, watch the preview video. It may be 15 minutes that you feel like you don't have, but if it's 15 minutes, that saves you a half an hour of wandering confused in the land of like, you know, what am I supposed to do? Then that would save you 15 minutes. So consider it an investment, especially if I keep saying you need to read the instructions more carefully and stuff like that. Like this might help. Anyway, my desperate plea for like, you know, whatever. Hopefully that was helpful. Bye. I hope you're having a good weekend.